My name is Sakshi Sharma and I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's in software engineering from Chitkara University in the Deakin Pathway program. And my student ID is 2510994793. And this is my demonstration for my distinction project, which is the gaming arcade, which I've built using C++ and the Splashgate library. And in this, I will be walking you through the code structure for the two games that I've implemented, Fruit Catch and the Mind Maze, and how the score system works using a linked list. So at the top, I have defined several constants such as the window width, height, the number of fruits, and the dimensions for the tile and the grid. So then I've created two enums, one for the game state, which has the menu, fruit catch, mind maze, scores, and exit. And then I've created another enum for the fruit type. It describes the two types of fruits, good and rotten. So below this, you can see that I've created multiple structs. Fruit for fruit, which is used in the fruit catch, holding the fruit's position, falling speed and type. Then there's the basket, storing the basket position in the image. Then for the player, and similarly there is a struct for the score node. Then you can see I've created a 2D array. It is int maze. Then there is a function called load resources, which loads all the images that my game uses. The Splashkit's load bitmaps allows me to name each image and provide a file path. So to store the player's score history, I've implemented a singly linked list. So whenever the game finishes, I call the add score, which is the add score, which creates a new node and inserts it at the head of the list. The player score history, I've implemented a singly linked list. Whenever the game finishes, I call add score, which creates a new node and inserts it at the head of the list. So at the end of the program, I call free scores to delete every node and prevent memory leaks. So then we have the menu system, which uses the Splashkit's mouse functions. The draw button, it draws a button rectangle, checking if the mouse is hovering, and returns true when clicked. Inside the main menu, I draw 4 buttons. So whichever button is pressed or clicked, it returns true, determining which part of the game to return next. So it keeps everything clean and organized. Then there is the first game, which is the fruit catch. So I start with creating a dynamic array for 12 fruits and then resetting each one. The basket is also dynamically allocated in this game. Inside the game loop, I process input using key down for the left and right movement of the basket. I clear the screen and draw the fruit background. So each fruit falls down by increasing its Y position. I check the collision using the bitmap function, which is the bitmap collision. It is a useful Splashkit function that I've used in this project. So basically, if a basket catches a good fruit, the score increases, and if it catches a rotten fruit, the lives decrease. Then there is the second game which I've created, which is the mind maze. So here I've used a 2D grid stored in the int maze array, where 1 represents the wall, 2 the trap, 3 goal, and 0 represents the floor. So the player will start at grid position 1, 1, 1. The movement happens for one tile at a time. So I draw the entire maze by looping through the grid and choosing the correct bitmap. It is based on the tile value. So if a player reaches the tile value marked as 3, the game ends. Then we have the display or show scores function, which stores all the scores by traversing the linked list from head to tail. So each score is printed with the name of the game. So towards the end, there is the main function where I open the window, load the resources, and then repeatedly show the menu and run the game the player chooses until the user decides to quit. So overall, my program combines two games, a menu system, dynamic memory through linked list, structured game loops, collision detection, graphics, input handling, and tile-based movements, all using SplashKit. So thank you so much for watching my demonstration.